Good day, grade 8s, and welcome to mathematics. Today we will be looking at triangles and their properties. So when we name triangles, we can name them according to the length of the sides. So in this one, we are using 3 sides of different lengths. There are our sides. Let's place them to form a triangle. And then we have a triangle that looks like that. Again, 3 sides of different lengths. That is called a scalene triangle. The next one is 2 sizes. How do we form a triangle with 2 different sizes? Well, 2 sides will be equal and 1 side will be different. So let's use it. That one and that one is equal. And the last one forms the triangle. Therefore, we know that this leg and that leg is the same. Therefore, it is called an isosceles triangle. The next one we look at has 3 sides of the same length. If we form the triangle with 3 sides of the same length, we have what is called an equilateral triangle. Equilateral sounds very much the same. All 3 sides are equal in length. If we don't differentiate triangles according to the length of their sides, we use the size of the angles. Therefore, we start with 3 acute angles. 3 angles that are all smaller than 90 degrees. If we place them at the top, at the left, and at the right to form a triangle, we have what we call an acute triangle. It is very acute because all 3 angles are smaller than 90 degrees. The next one we look at is 2 angles that are acute and a third that is obtuse. So an obtuse angle is bigger than 90 degrees. So there's an obtuse angle. Let's place it. That's our obtuse. You can see it's bigger than 90 degrees, much bigger. So therefore, let's place it at the top and at the left and at the right. Then we have a triangle that looks like that. So our obtuse angle is at the top at the moment, which is much bigger than 90 degrees as you can see. And therefore this angle is an obtuse angle which forms our obtuse triangle. The next one we look at has a special angle. We have this angle. So that's an acute angle, that's an acute angle. So we have one angle that is 90 degrees. That is this one. As you can see, it is perfectly 90 degrees. So let's place our angles. Let's place this one at the top for now. This one on the left bottom and that one on the right. Now we have a triangle which has an exactly 90 degree angle here at the bottom. And this is easy to name as it has one right angle. Therefore, it is a right-angled triangle. The next property we look at is bisectors of angles. What is a bisector? A bisector of any angle is a line that divides the angle into 2 equally sized angles. Oh, that sounds so difficult. It is not. We have an angle and we have a line. This line is dividing this angle into 2 equal parts. Therefore, our yellow face and our blue face will be the same size. A median is a line that joins the vertex of a triangle to the midpoint of the opposite side. Okay, so let's start at the top. A line. Okay, we've got a line. A vertex. What is a vertex again? It is this corner here at the top where 2 lines meet. That is a vertex of a triangle. To the midpoint of the opposite side. So if we have this angle here, what side will be opposite? That would be this one. There's the midpoint. So therefore we have one side and 2 sides. Therefore they are equal. And we have a midpoint. Okay. So we still need a line that joins the vertex of a triangle. That joins this point to that point. That is called our median. That divides this opposite side into 2 equal parts. That is our median. Next we have our altitude. Altitude, if a plane flies at altitude, it means height. So altitude is the height of a triangle measured perpendicular from a base. How many bases does a triangle have? 3, because you can turn the paper around. So if we take this triangle, we can have this base, or we can have that as a base, or we can have this as a base. Let's use the bottom one for now. So the height of a triangle measured perpendicular from a base. So if we decide that this bottom is our base, then a line that is perpendicular on it and meets the vertex on the opposite side, that is our height. So the tricky part is sometimes they give it to you like this, and sometimes they give it to you here on the side. And they draw the line up there, dots, and there also dots to there. Okay, and that still gives you your altitude. Sometimes it's not possible to draw it on the inside. So that is why we have the word perpendicular. So sometimes you can extend your base to the left or the right and then get the height. This one was quite easy. So it's the line perpendicular to the base. If we had this one, there is our opposite angle. So then our 90-degree angle would be very close to there. Okay. And the third one, if we take this angle here and we have to go perpendicular somewhere around there, I assume, and that is our third one. So here we have a red base there, we have our blue base on that side, and we have our yellow base on that side. Therefore, all three are altitudes. So this all depends on where they want the altitude from. So they will name the triangle A, B, or C, D, E, or F and tell you the altitude from this side. So then you have to take the side that they are naming and use the altitude there. The next one is perpendicular bisectors. Okay, sorry about the oops there. Okay, perpendicular is 90 degrees. Bisector means divide equally. So it is a perpendicular line that divides one side into two equal parts. So there is our triangle. We need a perpendicular line that divides one of the sides into two equal parts. Therefore, this side is equal to that side. Does not mean that this side is also divided into half. It just means that one of the sides are divided into equal parts. Okay. The next one we look at is interior angles of a triangle. This one's quite nice. You use it often throughout your high school career if you take maths core, and it will probably also feature in your matric final. So all the angles in a triangle will always add up to 180 degrees. So there we've got our triangle. So let's name it 87 degrees, 42 degrees, and 51 degrees. I've given you the angles. Sometimes they give you only 2 out of them, and you have to determine the third. Either way around, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3 added up all together will give me the 180 degrees. Very important property, one that you definitely will see in the future. The next one, if we don't look at interior, we look at the exterior angles of a triangle. The exterior angles of a triangle is equal to the sum of the opposite interior angles. This part is important. The sum of opposite interior. Okay, so there's our triangle. We need an exterior angle, so let's extend our base to form another angle there. So this angle is equal to the sum of the opposite interior. So let's find our opposite. So it's not this one, it is opposite that one. So that one and this one, those two angles. Okay, so we have to look at this one and we have to look at that one. What about them? The sum of them, the sum of the lightning strike plus the moon, that will give us cloudy weather. Okay, so cloudy equals lightning strike plus moon. Okay, I love using pictures. You don't have to use pictures, use color, whatever. This is just an easy way to remember it. Exterior angles, opposite interior angles. Okay, let's give them values and see if it works out. Okay, So our blue little cloud will be equal to this angle, which is 51 plus 42. So cloudy equals lightning plus moon. If lightning is 51 and moon is 52, then cloudy will be the sum of them, which is 93 angles. And that is our exterior angles. That is triangles summed up for you in 10 minutes or so. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please comment and let me know what you think. Have fun with triangles.